So it is interactive as well as me just speaking to you. The presentation will finish around about 2:30, so that's the time that we've got available this afternoon. So I'll keep to that time schedule as we progress through this afternoon. If more people want to come in, they can, plenty of seats if they want to come in. Yep, please come in if you'd like to take a seat. So the title for my presentation, as you can see, Creative Event Design, a UK Perspective. And I'll just give you a bit of information about where I've come from, because I know for the MICE Destination Marketing Contest, we have participants from India, from Indonesia, from Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Taiwan. Hope I haven't forgotten anybody from that list. But also I've come from the United Kingdom, and I've come from the city of Leeds, which is right in the heart of the United Kingdom. So it's my pleasure to be with you and to take the journey to spend time with you in Taipei this week. So that's where I've come from. The organization that it's a privilege for me to represent is the Asia Pacific Institute for Events Management. And we've created APM, as we call it, to support the development of the events management MICE curriculum in Asia Pacific at universities, polytechnics and colleges. So we are a membership organization, which means we invite people to become members. And this afternoon, I'm inviting those here who are students to send a Facebook friend request to APM Student Member, which is a closed Facebook group, and we will welcome you as student members of APM. And for the lecturers and the professional events people who are with us this afternoon, we have a separate group for professional members. Again, it's a Facebook closed group, so please do send a friend request to APM Professional Member, and we will welcome you as friends of APM. And the importance of these two Facebook groups is that we share information with you about the Asia Pacific Institute for Events Management, and we share information with you about the events and MICE industry as well. So they're useful ways of finding out more about the events industry. So please do sign up to those two groups. So I'm going to start my presentation this afternoon in a way that we would always start an introduction to events management for our students in the United Kingdom. And we would always start off an events or a MICE program of study by saying to our students, event professionals need to hold two thoughts in their heads at all times. So as an event professional, you need to have two thoughts in your heads at all times. And the first thought you should have in your head as an event professional is that content is king. The content of your event is so very important because it's what people come to enjoy. They come to see the content that you are providing for them. So whether that's a music concert, whether that's a sports event, whether that's a MICE event that we're enjoying today in Taipei, the content that you have for your event is very, very important. And that's what we're going to be spending most of the time this afternoon thinking about, how to make your content creative. The second thought that all events professionals should have in their minds at all times is that safety is our primary responsibility. People come to an event because they want to enjoy it, and they want to leave the event safe, happy, and well. And as an event organizer, you have to take responsibility for ensuring the health and safety of the guests who come to your event. So when we start our teaching of events management with our students in the United Kingdom, we always start with these 2 points. Content is king, safety is our primary responsibility. And we try to, throughout the students' course of study, to keep those 2 ideas at the front of their minds because they're so important. And why do we need to produce safe events? Well, we have a moral reason to do so. People who come to our event want to leave safely. They don't want to have any difficulties that might affect their safety. We also have a legal responsibility as well. And in the United Kingdom, if a problem occurs at an event, it is the event organizer who is legally responsible for the health and safety. And if a problem occurs, the event organizer could be taken to court. The judgment could be that a crime has been committed and the event organizer could face a prison sentence. So we always say, why do we need to produce safe events? Because we have a legal responsibility, and that's a very serious point for event organizers. Also financially, if the event doesn't take place as we were expecting it to, we might face a financial loss. And the success of the event really rests upon the event going ahead without any difficulties, any problems. So there's many reasons why we need to produce safe events, and all of those factors contribute to our reputation as an event organizer. So whilst it's very fun to organize an event, whilst it's very exciting to be involved in delivering an event, there's a very serious point as well that we're also responsible for health and safety of the people who come. And that's the guests, the other suppliers, and ourselves as employees of the event company. So we always start off thinking about events by talking a little bit about health and safety. And the outcome is safety is a priority for government, public, sponsors, attendees, and it needs to be a priority for us as event organizers. So that's just a very brief introduction to safety, very important for event organizers. But now, the rest of my presentation is going to be about creative event design, which is the main purpose of the workshop this afternoon. And we talk about the importance of creative event design, and it relates to what we've enjoyed yesterday and today at the My Destination Marketing Contest, because if you can design an event that is very creative, it will give you a competitive advantage over the other organizations that might be exhibiting at the same contest or the same exhibition that you are attending. So creativity is very, very important. It gives you that competitive advantage, which means that when a customer is looking to select a supplier for their business, they might come to your business because you are seen to be creative and you've got some very good ideas on how to design an event. So it's very important, creative event design. And every event should be designed with creativity at the heart of it, to give our guests that wonderful experience. So when you start thinking about designing your next event, don't lose sight of creativity, because it's very, very important in the events industry, the MICE industry, to be creative. And what I'm going to work through this afternoon are the 4 main building blocks to creative event design. And again, this is how we teach our students in the United Kingdom about designing an event to be creative. We say there are 4 building blocks that you need to include when you are designing an event. And we're going to work through each of these in turn. And they are creativity, storytelling, experience, and design. And the combination of these four should hopefully ensure that you have a really, really excellent event that you've designed. So what is creativity to me? This is my question. So what is creativity to me? So creativity is a process, and it's a research activity. We can do research to help us think about new ideas. But really, what we're trying to do with creativity is think outside our normal way of thinking. We're trying to think of new ideas that we could use to solve a problem. So every event that we organize needs to be creative, and every event that you organize as an event organizer should be more creative than the last one that you organized. So it's quite a big challenge for an event organizer to keep pushing the boundaries of creativity forwards. But it really is something which helps to set apart the... take this off the screen. So it is something which sets one company apart from another, the creativity that's involved in design. Just wait for the... Thank you very much. Okay, so that's what creativity is. So we've talked about creativity, and we're now going to move on to storytelling, the second building block of creative event design. So this is also something that we tell our students in the United Kingdom when they are studying for an event or MICE management course. We say to them, every event should tell a story. So very important. Every event should tell a story. And when we think about the MICE destination exhibition that we've seen yesterday and today, many stories are being told through those exhibition booths. But it's important that the exhibition designer, the booth exhibition designers, know what story they want to tell. So every event should tell a story. And in order to tell a story, you need two ingredients. The first ingredient is the place, the setting, the situation. So at an exhibition booth, the first ingredient of your story is the actual exhibition space that you have to design your exhibition booth. And how you design your exhibition booth helps you to tell a story. So telling a story has two ingredients. The first one is the physical space that you have. The second ingredient to the story is the characters, the people who are presenting the event. And the people who are presenting the event are part of the story. So this is very, very important when designing an event, because our employees in our company, the people who are organizing our event, they are the characters in the story. And when you are a character in a story, you are playing a part. You are not yourself, but you are playing a character. It's like being in a film or a TV show. You are a character, which means you've got to come up above perhaps your normal manner, your normal way of behaving, and you've got to play the part of the character that you are showing in this story. So every event should tell a story. There are two parts to every story, the setting and the characters.